Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I have a good one. I want to share a few versicles with you guys and a few of my, experience and learnings that God has taught me all these years. And I want to talk mainly about the teachings that I have received about money and possessions, And, there's a versicle in the Bible. It's Matthew 6, 19 and 20. And it talks about how you don't have to store, possessions in this world, but you need to work to store possessions in heaven. Because everything that you accumulate in this world is going to fade away. It has expiry date, and it's very soon. Life is very short. But everything that you work to store in heaven, it's eternal. And you need to work in that. And I want to share a little bit my, learnings about this. First, if someone told me this, I would not have even understand what they're talking about. I would have thought they're crazy or they're just fucking, whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm just going to go ahead and buy all the shit I want and just, what the hell are you talking about accumulating stuff in heaven? Like, as if that's even possible, My faith, my wisdom was not the same before than now. And I'm just here to just share with you guys so you can, get better faster. Wise people learn from the mistakes and the wisdom and the experience of other people. Stupid people learn from themselves and their own mistakes. Wise people will reach very far very quickly, and stupid people would just fucking reach nowhere. So I'm here to share my experience after basically achieving everything that I desired and more than I dreamed of in this world, in this physical world, body-wise, mentally, spiritually. I didn't even know it spiritually existed, so imagine the winnings I got in that area. Financially, it's like, just watch in the mansion that I live in and the cars that I drive and the life that I have, it's insane. I have this life with 33 years old, 9 years ago, I was an immigrant with a backpack, and no money. Crazy. So here to share what I learned about that, I've always used, since I came as an immigrant and I had nothing, I've always used my money unconsciously to take people to Jesus. I didn't even know I was doing that, but I was doing it. Why? Because I used all my money to experience the life that I wanted to experience. I traveled, I took the risks. I was not fear. I didn't have fear, and I just started as an immigrant with zero in 2 countries, in Australia and in the US. And I shared all that with, the world without asking for anything. I shared all the experiences and I shared all my wisdom. And, I got to a point where literally my message, without me even realizing, was very, very aligned with what the teachings of the Bible had. And I never read the Bible. It's been probably like a year and a half I've been reading the Bible every day, and I'm not stopping ever. This is the best thing that has happened to me ever, starting to read the Bible every day. I recommend you guys read 2 to 4 pages every day, and that's like non-negotiable. It will change your life forever. Let me share this versicle with you guys real quick. So, Psalms 1, it says in versicle 1, God, I'm translating from Spanish, I have the versicles in Spanish, so I'm just going to say it my way. God blesses those who doesn't follow bad advice, those who doesn't surround themselves with bad people, and those who doesn't surround themselves with people that make fun of God. God blesses those who love the Word, which is the Bible, and those who happily study it day and night. So, bro, this is literally saying that God blesses those who read the Bible every day. And then it says at the bottom, these people become like trees that are planted beside the water, where in the right moment, in the correct moment, they, give the fruit. And they never, die. And everything that they do it good. It's crazy, bro. I mean, this thing is crazy right there, and it's literally, I'm a testimony of that. As I'm a testimony of pretty much everything that the Bible talks about, and it's amazing. I'm just, I've always shared my story. I always shared what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and this basically is sharing the testimony. Is sharing the good news, because everything that I achieved, everything that I was able to experience, everything I was able to buy, God blessed me with it. God gave it to me. So at that time, I didn't even know God was blessing me. I just, thought I was working hard, so I got that. But still, it doesn't matter. I was not conscious about it, but I was still doing the same shit. Imagine that you're not conscious that, if you wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, track your macros, don't party, don't do drugs, and you're a good person, and you treat everyone like you want to be treated, and you never say any lie, and you're not conscious that that is what God tells you to do, but you're not conscious about that, but you do it, you don't know anything about nothing else, but you do it, and you're just blessed with an amazing life, you become a multimillionaire. Well, I mean, you're not conscious, but that's what's actually really happening. You probably one day will gain conscience, but you can, bro, like literally, the human, I don't know the percentage, but let's say fucking 99%, 95% of the stuff we do unconsciously. Our unconscious mind is 95% of what we do. We unconsciously do this shit, Do you, when you speak, whatever movements you do with your hand, are you conscious? It's unconscious, So the conscious part of what we do is the smallest part of it. So, bro, is this fucking ringing a fucking bell in your fucking mind? Like literally, that's what we work on, We work in and consciously do shit. And maybe we probably have to do something for like 10 years unconsciously to understand like, oh shit, that's what I was doing. Damn. And now when you become conscious of what you did unconsciously and gave you results, now you can be a really good teacher, a really good mentor, a really good coach on that stuff. No one can really teach something that they're unconscious and they do. They will be able to teach it when they're really conscious about how they did it and how they did it. That's what makes a good teacher, a good coach, a good mentor. Okay? So, here in Habakkuk 2:3, it says, this vision is for a time in the future. It describes what's going to happen. And it will become a reality. It's a promise. It will become a reality. It will become, it will be materialized. It will become true. Even though it seems like it's taking long to come, wait with patience. So it's telling you, be patient. Because without doubt, it will happen. Another promise. It will not take long. Remember, when God says it will not take long, God is not operating the same time frame as you operate. Time for us is very limited because we're thinking in the space of the world. Where we have 80 years. That's limited, bro. God is unlimited. It's eternal. So his timing is very different to yours. But here, God is promising you that every vision that you are given by him, the vision that you have, the life that you envision, and I see myself doing that. Bro, he promised you that that's going to become fucking true. It's going to become a reality. How crazy is that shit? But what is he telling you? You got to wait with patience. If you're not waiting with patience, it's not going to become true. It's not going to happen. Also, you need to understand one thing, okay? God's timing is perfect, but, once you are putting all the work. So let me explain you 3 things that are 3 actual, tools that you have to make shit happen. Time, energy, and money. Those are your 3 main resources to make shit happen. Why I am living right now in a mansion in the water in Miami with a hypercar and fucking, 6 supercars in my garage. Because I used very well my time. I'm 33 years old. So in just 33 years, I managed to do this. I used very well my energy. I allocated most of my energy for this vision. And I used, not most, all my fucking money for this vision. But there's something else that is the most important stuff. And it's literally common for every human being. And that's who you are. That's personal development. That's literally your character. Which starts with your thoughts, then your habits, then thoughts, then action, then habits, then character. That's what Aristotle was telling us 300 years before Jesus. Your thoughts is the literally root of everything. And in the Bible, there's a versicle that says, be careful with what you think, because that will be your life. Whatever you think, it will be your life. So everything starts with a thought. And now I'm talking about personal development, about who you are, about, working in yourself. What is your character? And, this is literally way before time, energy, and money. Okay? Because the person that you are is who is going to manage the time, the energy, and the money, right? We all have time, energy, and money. Yes, we all have it. Oh, that's not true. Yes, bro. You got $100. You have money. I don't care if it's $1. Everyone has money, bro. Okay? So those resources are common to everyone. And what is common to everyone? The person, the character. You have a strong character, you have a weak character. What's a strong character? Strong character is not like, I got screaming and fighting everyone and just like, oh, that's not strong, that's weak. Strong character is someone that can control themselves, that don't break character, that have been working and suffering for so many years on themselves. Okay? So we need to make sure we do our best in that scenario, because if we do our best to develop ourselves and we use 100% of our resources, time, energy, and money into what we want to achieve, the vision that we want, well, now it's God's timing. It's going to come as soon as God knows and decides that will come. So stressing yourself and being in a hurry to achieve stuff is actually not going to achieve it. Because one of the things that God says, you have to wait with patience. God doesn't care about your car, your house, the money you have, none of that shit. God only cares about who you are, because you're not going to be able to take your car, your mansion, your money, your business, your building to heaven. The only thing that you're going to take is your character, your soul, who you are. He's only interested in seeing that you elevate who you are, the person that you are. Whenever you elevate yourself to the point that you are that car, he will give you that car. God can do instantly what we cannot do in a lifetime with our timing, because our timing is wrong. God's timing is perfect. God can do anything in a split of a fucking second and can give you that car right now, right now. But for that to happen, he needs to see that you have become what he wants you to become before you get to that level. That's why in my university, LLADOS University, I say it's a university focused in, what's the word in English? Becoming, not possessing, becoming. We're focusing becoming the person that possesses that. Okay? That's all the key in life. All the key in life. So let me share with you guys this versicle. It's I think in English is Marcos. It's Marcos in Spanish, 4:17. But those who don't have deep roots will not last a lot. Will not last, As soon as they have problems or they're chased because they believe the word of God, they will fall. What does this mean? What does those who don't have deep roots? Those who don't have a strong character. Those who break with pressure. That's why God is not giving you that next level that you want. Because it will destroy you. That car that you want, that house that you want, if God was to give it to you right now as you want it right now, it will destroy you. And God doesn't want to destroy his kids. He wants to build them. That's why he will never let any temptation get to you that is bigger than what you can actually surpass. You can beat every temptation. And once you become the person that he needs you to become to sustain that level, you will be granted that level. Okay, this one is, I want to share this one with you. 1 Corinthians 4:7. There is nothing that makes you guys more important than other people. Everything that you have, God has given to you. And you owe everything to him, to God. Why are you bragging about the stuff that God gave you as if you did it? Bro, this is crazy. Okay? This is crazy. And this is so true. Everything that I have, God has given me. This mansion, this watch, the cars, the Pagani, the Lambos, everything, bro. It's all God's glory. It's all thanks to Jesus and God. That's why I praise them. That's why I give them the credit. That's why I can stop giving them the credit, because I am nothing without them. I will still be just a normal employee having a normal life without them. And you guys need to understand this. If you guys want to brag about your shit, you are uplifting yourself. And the Bible says, everyone that uplifts themselves, it will be humiliated. Everyone that is humiliated by themselves will be uplifted. So be humble, bro. Don't brag about the shit that you have and you're the best and you're better than everyone, because you're not better than no one, bro. We have all the power to be great. Great how God created us. We all have a mission, and we all can be great and do great things. The great things that God created us to do. We all have a mission specifically in this earth, and we need to make sure that we accomplish it. That's how we pay back to God for this gift, this chance that he gave us to enter heaven. We are literally doing a test to see if we can enter heaven. He gave us the chance to enter heaven. He gave us the chance to do the test. Just by you being born, it's so hard, the probabilities of you being born, and you already born, so you get the chance to go to heaven for eternity. And you guys are here just not understanding anything, bro. Just seeing the world, the money, and everything. I'm gonna finish up with this, guys. You were not created, okay? You were not given spiritual gifts, special gifts, to use them to make money. You were given those gifts to serve other people with them. That's what you were intended to do with your skills, your gifts. When you do that, God will provide you with whatever you deserve, depending on the impact that you did on other people. The more people you impact and the higher the impact on those people, the more you were given back. You will be given back. And if you think that you deserve more than you have, you are calling God a liar. You know, when you tell you that, I know better than you, bro. You know, I know how to do this better than you. Because everyone has what they deserve. What you see physically, the results of the people, is a consequence on the impact that their gifts have done in other people. Maybe they know this, maybe they don't know this. I don't care. It is how it works. Not everyone understands